Hi, this is Bruce from Big Fish Software again. In this video, I'm going to continue working through some of the options in the Workouts app. And what I'd like to show you in this video is the pace clock. So if you've seen the other videos, you know we built up this workout. And what I'm going to do is, if you notice down at the bottom here, we have the pace clock option. So I'm going to show you how we can run this workout, and you can see some of the different options that we have with the pace clock. Um, Now, before I go into the pace clock, I am going to modify this a little bit so that you can actually see the pace clock changing and going through different things. So I don't want to wait 8 minutes on some of these sets. So I'm just going to modify these down to 30 seconds for the first one. This next set will cut that down to 1050s on the 10 seconds. Just so as we're running through the pace clock, you can see how it's processing the different items. So I'll just run through the first couple of things. I'm not going to run all the way through it. So we have those set up, and so now I go in and click on the pace clock button down here in the bottom left. And you see for the pace clock I have a couple options. I can start from the beginning of the workout, and you see the workout highlighted over on the right hand side. Or I can select a set and start from that selected set. So if you've paused your workout or stopped it in the middle and you need to come back and start it up again, you can select where you're going to start that. The other options that I have here or that I want to point out, is the settings on the pace clock. So once I'm in the pace clock, if I click on the settings button up in the upper right hand corner, you can see a bunch of options that we can set, and I'll just set some of them here. So pause the clock at rest sets. So if I have a rest set created in my workout, instead of just going in and running the pace clock through that rest set for whatever the amount of rest is defined, I can actually have the clock pause at that time instead of running the rest set. And when it pauses, it basically will pop up a little dialog that says, it lets you click to continue when you're ready to go. So this could be a handy feature if you want to explain some things in between sets. You put a rest set in there and turn that option on, and it will pause for you. The other option is you can actually add transition rest sets. So remember when I talked about if you have a transition time for your workout, it will automatically add in that extra buffer time when calculating the overall time for the workout. Well, you can have the program actually add transition sets in, and when I turn that option on, let me just show you what it does here. We'll click done here, and now you see that between each set you'll see a rest set is just created for you called transition. And what that will allow you to do, it will actually run that as a rest set, and the clock will run through for whatever that transition time is. So you don't have to go through and put rest sets in everywhere. You can use that feature as well. Now, one thing I want to mention about transition sets, though, is transition sets will only show up between sets in the workout. They do not show up between sets in a circuit, though. Okay, so if you're within a circuit and you want to pause or you want to put some rest in there, you have to actually create a rest set. We don't have the transition within the circuit. We figure the circuit you're running through, and that we treat the circuit as one big set. Now you see after the circuit set, you do have the 3-minute transition for that. Okay. Some of the other options here, well, let me go back to settings again. So And I'm just going to turn these off for now. So send off sound. So I can actually have the iPad beep when a new set starts. And then I can also have it beep every, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, whatever, for the next couple send-offs. So I can enable the send-off sound. And let's say I want to have a beep every 5 seconds. And I want to do that 2 times. Okay, so it's going to beep when the clock turns 0 for a new send-off, and then it's going to beep at the 5 and then the 10. You can also play a warning sound, and the warning sound is played just prior to the clock going to 0. So I'll enable that, and we're going to play this warning sound three times, starting 3 seconds before the send-off. So you'll be able to hear the different sounds. The other next option you have is the colors. So it will the clock will change color based on what it's doing. So the normal clock will have a black background with white numbers, but for when you're at the start of a repeat, we change the clock color, in this case to green, with black numbers for the first 3 seconds of the repeat. So you'll see that flash on the screen as you come up. And once again, this is all completely configurable. So I may want to set it to 5 seconds. And then we also set it to yellow. So just before the end of a repeat, we can change the clock to yellow to give you a visual cue that, hey, a new set is going to be starting here. You want to pay attention. I'll do that 3 seconds ahead. And once again, these are configurable, so you can click on that and change your color, however you like. If you want a blue background for your start, you can do that. You play around with the colors. And then finally, workout list size. So depending on, and that's that list on the right side, depending on visibility, if you want the swimmers to be able to see this list as they're going, you can change the size. If you don't want it to take up much of your screen, set it to small, and you see it makes that a bit smaller. If you have your pace clock up and you want the swimmers to be able to read the sets a little bit better, you might want to make it extra large, and you see it takes up more screen space. It's easier to read, but your clock will be smaller. So that's the trade-off that you're working with. I'll go set it to medium here. Okay. And then the other thing about this set list is you can turn that off, so you'll be able to use the whole pace clock. So maybe you only want to turn that on, when a new set is going to start or whatever, and then as it's running, the kids know what they're doing. Then you turn it off. Some more features of the pace clock. You notice the little eye icon here, so you can click on any of these items and edit them. Welcome the swimmers back. Okay, so I can edit that. We'll save it, and you're saving this to the workout. So it's not just the pace clock that you're making this change in. You're actually changing the workout, right here. So this is a little more limited to, if you want to make major changes to your workout, you'll need to close out the pace clock and do that. But if you just want quick changes, so let's say the swimmers are having a hard time making an interval and you want to change that, you can do that. And actually you can do that as the workout is running. And for circuits, you notice that the circuit has this gray bar. So if I click on the gray bar, it lets me just set the circuit repeat. I'll change that to 4. Where if I want to edit items within the circuit, I have the eye icon for each of those. Okay, so that's our workout. We can start this, as I said, we can start from the beginning or start from the selected set. I'm just going to start from the beginning. So we're going to run this 500 on the 30 seconds. And hopefully that's not too loud of a beep. But you notice the beeps, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to turn off that send-off sound there so we don't get that anymore, because that could be kind of annoying. I left the warning sound on just so you can hear what that sounds like right now. So we're going to get the warning sound at 27 seconds. And there you go. I'm going to turn that off again because that's kind of annoying. Now you notice that as we're going through this, the colors are changing. So the first 5 seconds of a set are green, and then it changes to the normal mode, and then the last 3 seconds of the repeat are yellow. And you know, this is a 10-second interval, so it's going through very quickly and flashing more than usual. But if you go to a more realistic set, you're not going to see it flashing quite so much. But it gives you a visual cue when the set just started or when you're ready to start a new repeat. And as I say, you can close off the show sets. Gives you a much bigger screen. One thing to mention is this is compatible with AirPlay, so you can redirect this to an AirPlay device, and have the display running here and have it mirrored up to an external monitor, either through AirPlay or if you have the cables for your iPad. The other thing I can pause. So here I've paused the workout, and I may want to give the swimmer some more instruction or whatever. So I can quickly pause it. I have the resume button down here, but maybe I pause and I talk for a couple of minutes, and now we got a little off track. So maybe I have to bump up and go to the next repeat. So I have the plus repeat and the minus repeat. So within this set, once I've paused it, I can change where I'm at. Okay, so I'll start on the 7th repeat. Now, if I'm pausing it and I want to start someplace completely different, I can always stop the workout and then go down and say, well, let's start up from here. Okay, so we select it and then start from the selected set. There you go. Couple other things. So the percent sign down here, once again, that opens up the percent of effort table. So you can, if you're doing a set that's requiring a percent of effort, you can quickly look up to see what the time should be for a swimmer based on their best times. And I'm just going to stop the clock here. And that's pretty much it. You do notice the attendance button down here. I'm not going to talk about attendance right now, but I'll go through those features in another video. So that's the pace clock.